Hey, I'm Lauren, and having lived in both Orlando, Florida and Orange County, California, I figured out tons of hidden hacks that work at both sets of Disney theme parks to score 40% off tickets, skip ride lines for free, and even get half-price Mickey ears from a secret spot. A few minutes watching this video will save you hours of frustration and hundreds of dollars on vacation. Let's go. First, let's talk about ticket prices. You might assume that if you're visiting Disney for 2 days with 2 people and going to 2 parks, 1 per day, well, that's exactly what you should click on the website, duh. But doing that would have resulted in a price of $670 for our last visit, and there's no way I'm paying that much. So I poked around a little. By selecting a 1-day ticket for 2 people, again 1 park per day, I got the price down to $208. Of course, I had to buy 2 of these since they're just 1 day each, so the grand total came out to $416. But I got the same Disney visit for 38% less money on the exact same dates. This doesn't work every time, but you should always try booking your visit at least 2 different ways before checking out. Speaking of dates, not all Disney tickets are the same price every day. If you have freedom and flexibility in your schedule, you can score the cheapest possible tickets by just picking the least busy dates on the Disney ticket calendar. The discount can be as much as 48%. Occasionally, you can score even cheaper Disney tickets on eBay too, so that's another place to look. Just make sure you choose a reputable seller with good feedback. Also, there's no need to ever pay for on-site parking. Depending on how close you're staying, you have the option to walk right into the park, take a cheap city bus or a free Disney bus, ride a rental bike or scooter, or in the worst case scenario, just take a Lyft or Uber into the park. A 2-way Lyft from our hotel last week actually costs less than a single day of parking. And it saved us some money on gas too. Regarding hotels, don't feel pressure to stay in an expensive Disney resort, especially since you'll be spending most of your waking hours in the parks anyway. On this visit, we snagged a Holiday Inn Express just 5 miles from Disney, and it was priced like any other basic hotel. Better yet, sometimes we sleep in our camper van for free. If you're curious about that, or how we can afford to travel for several months every year, take a second to subscribe to Trip of a Lifestyle for more money and travel content. Now, the first things you'll notice when you finally get into Disney are the crowds and lines. But if you're visiting on a slow day like I mentioned earlier, they might not be so bad. This will save you money on lightning lane passes. After all, there's no need to pay extra to skip the ride lines when they're not that long to begin with. Another way to zip through lines that doesn't cost anything is to look for single rider queues. Some are clearly labeled, but others are secret, so you want to always ask a line attendant if one is available. As single riders, each person in your party will be slotted into an empty seat, so you might get separated on the ride, but your wait time will be reduced by 40 to 60% without paying a dime. As you have fun exploring the parks, you're gonna realize there are a few things you want, but they're all way cheaper if you plan ahead. Amazingly, Disney allows you to bring your own food into the park, and just a couple of protein bars or a sandwich from home can save you at least one expensive theme park meal. Refillable water bottles are allowed too, and there are plenty of places to get water for free if you bring one. You don't need any special outfits or accessories, but they're fun to have and way cheaper outside the park. I got my Mickey ears on eBay for just $5 over a decade ago, and they're still going strong. You'll find links to lots of fun and inexpensive stuff like this in the video description. Other smart things to bring include sunscreen, sunglasses, a jacket, a rain poncho, and a portable phone power bank because power outlets are almost impossible to find. And remember, you're here to make amazing memories, not to accumulate a bunch of overpriced stuff. But if you feel like you need a souvenir, just ask for buttons or stickers from any Disney employee in any of the stores. They're completely free. If you do plan to buy merch or meals in the park, you can get a 10% discount using the Chase Disney Debit card, which is free to all Chase checking account holders and doesn't require an application or credit check. But to be honest, I've been a little disappointed by mine. There are a lot of places in the parks that don't honor the discount, so your best bet is to just buy less overall. My final advice is something you might not want to hear, but I've got to be real. Theme parks are really expensive, and from experience, I can tell you that they're nowhere near the coolest places to visit in Florida or California. So if you haven't checked out the national parks or amazing beaches that these 2 states have to offer, my biggest money-saving tip is to just skip Disney altogether and try those instead. You won't regret it.
If you like this kind of stuff, don't forget to subscribe or follow along on your favorite social media platform.